Hey, energy party people. It's that time again for a little community, a little fun, a little catching up with Koop and myself, and book, drink, information. And yeah, so we're going to start by smudging the space and getting ready for some magic. So while I put out this tremendous amount of smoke, let's play my beautiful theme song, care of Artica Productions.
You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with Coley.
Okay, so welcome, whether you're watching live or in the future. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, so welcome to another Monday, the day that keeps rolling around. Um, yeah, so yay, Art and Erica are here. Grand rising, beautiful party peeps. That's what they say. Yay, I'm glad you guys are here. So that's right. It's time for your fantabulous theme song. Here we go.
Art and Erica, Erica and Art. Thank you for joining us, doing your part. Yeah.
All right, welcome. Yeah, and Erica, I have been meaning to like contact you and set up a phone chat. So, anyway, yeah. Ooh, my connection to the internet seems a little shaky. So, well, we'll just work with what we have. Um, yeah. So, what is happening? I made a good movement. Sounds kind of funny. Sounds a little personal. But I made some good movement on my book yesterday, and part of just so many details to deal with. But I'm really paring down that list, which is lovely. And I'm working on being kind to myself as this is all happening. Of course, there's a part of me that thinks this should have been done years ago. Like I thought I was done writing the book. Well, I have been done mostly with the writing part for about a year and a half now, a little bit over a year and a half. It's like, whoo. And what I'm working on or reminding myself that, or I question and play with the idea that what if everything is unfolding perfectly, even though I think I should be doing it faster, or other people do it faster, or all the other silly stories I tell myself. Um, yeah, so I'm going with, because it's my game, so I'm going with it's unfolding perfectly. And as it unfolds, yeah, everything that comes up for me around it, whether it's frustration or anger at myself or whatever, it's an opportunity for me to remember it's all unfolding perfectly and to forgive myself and others. And um, yeah, it's, and whatever comes up for me, that's for me to look at. Just like whatever comes up for each and every one of us through our own specific filters. Like, what is there to look at in the upsets? Yeah, it's all for our soul's growth. Anyway, oh, goody. Yvonne is here. She says, "Good morning, Magic Monday people." Yay. So, Yvonne, let's play your amazing theme song. Here we go.
Yvonne is in the house. Check her out.
And so, welcome, Yvonne. And also, I see that my long-term friend and book coach and just general awesome person. Oh, published author, poet, magic person. Without more introduction, The lovely Judy says hello. And Judy, I haven't remembered, I haven't taken the time to remind myself, oh, how do I download theme songs to my computer here? But I have your theme song all locked and loaded on my phone. So here you go, Judy. Let's all welcome Judy. Judy, she made it to the show today. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, welcome, Judy. I'm glad you're here. Um, and Coop says, hi, everybody. Okay, I think there was a little, and then he follows up with, LOL, everybody, not everybody. Yeah, so, well, I'm glad you're all here. And yeah, so what's been going on in my world? So, yeah, so as I was saying yesterday, so I've had this long list of a gazillion details. Man, this whole book writing process is, whoo, it is a world unto itself. I did not see this coming, and I'm grateful that I didn't because I probably would have pussed out. Um, yeah, and this needed to happen. So, yeah, it's wonderful. And so I'm really down to the final stretch here of getting this book, birthing this book. And one of my gazillion details that's been in my face to take care of is there'll be pictures of the charts that I'm providing in the book, like negative emotions and positive emotions and bypass circuitries and creating your own master menu. Um, Yeah, and all I needed to do was, well, get the charts pretty enough and to my standards, perfect enough, to give to my web designer, cover designer person, Anna, to give to her to create. So basically, there'll be a link in the book to a page on my website where you can download the charts. Um, and my credo and stuff like that, or anything else I want to provide. Uh, yeah. So, and it sounds so easy, but just little things like I forgot how to make a header and a footer on Word, on a Word document. And then how do I make them a PDF? And yeah. And so luckily I'm married to somebody who does that stuff. And I have tech people that can help me, but it's just taking the time to sit down and get straight on all those little details that I'm missing can really disrupt this robot circuits. so, so I have to like finally get myself to a place and decide today is the day, and yesterday was the day that Dave sat down with me and helped me through each step. And so now I have all my charts all ready to go, and I sent them off. I know this is boring. I'll be done in a second. But I sent them to Anna to create a page on my website so people can download their own beautiful charts to use. So I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but in my world, that's a lot. And I feel so much more freedom energetically now that I've gotten that done. Um, yeah, and I don't have a whole lot more to do until I get my PDF back from my publisher with all the changes that I asked her to make, and then review it again and see if there's more changes. So it's really in the fine tuning process. It's all very exciting. I'm waiting to get my book cover back, see how that's going from the lovely Anna. Um, yeah, so lots of cool book stuff going on. I can hardly wait for you to read it.
Drink.
Yeah. So, what else did I want to talk about? So we've been doing, as I've been mentioning, we've been doing this amazing abundance course with a woman named Mary Morrissey, who's been around for a long time. I don't mean just age-wise. Like, yeah, she's getting older, like we all are. But she's been putting her work into the world for quite a while, and I think I want to be her when I grow up. Um, Yeah, because I do see myself despite my lifelong, fear of public speaking, um, I see that as my future. I said it out loud. Um, yeah, and we'll see where this book takes me. Um, at the same time, I'm doing this other business and getting that off the ground. Um, and I don't know, I think I might have bragged last time, but yeah, I'm starting to make a profit. A profit. Um, but I'll take my wins where I can get them. I'm starting to make a profit in my book selling business, all about books in my life. And the first check I got from Amazon was $7, and this next one was $77. So cha-ching. Are you jealous? I bet you are. Yeah, and I'm just yeah, it's all great, and it's nice that I'm getting over that hump and actually making a little bit of profit. Anyway, so let's go to a pretty picture because it is 11:11 on the West Coast, and yeah, make a wish wherever you are. Okay, so all right. And and Judy says, "Thank you for the welcome song. Love you. I love you too." Um, and I don't say this to call out Judy, and I don't need to say this, but it's on my mind often, and I'm curious what you think. Um, so when people say, "This isn't how I've always been in my life, but more and more people in my life, if you're cool enough, I tell you I love you." Um, Even if you're not cool enough, I might just tell you I love you. I'm kidding about the cool enough part. Um, and a lot of people, this is my question. So a lot of people say, love you. And I don't mean this as a criticism, I mean it as an inquiry. So, and for some reason, this is bringing up tears. So there must be something in it. Um, when I'm going to tell somebody I love them, I say, I love you. And when people say, love you, I feel like that's not owning it all the way. Is that messed up? Um, and I don't mean to call you out, Judy, because I love you and I know you love me. So that's established. I'm just using you as an example, whether you like it or not. And I'm curious. Oh, okay. So, as I was saying all this, the lovely Marianne, my friend from high school with the great knockers, she she's wonderful. But she said, "Colini weenie." And as I was saying that, she wrote, "I love you too, Colini weenie." And yeah, and I'm just curious what you think about that. And it's just something that I notice a lot. And the people who say "love you" to me, I take it. That's beautiful. But it's always in the back of my mind. It's like, are you owning it? Because there's something really, well, I'm speaking for myself. There's something really vulnerable about saying I'm signing my name to that. I love you. Hmm. So I'm just curious what you think. If anybody wants to chime in, that's great. And if not, that's great too. Just something to think about. Um, yeah, and in the abundance course we're doing, Mary Morrissey talks about like signing your name to that check. It's a whole example she uses. Um, and so when I tell you I love you, well, I'm signing my name to that. Like I mean it, like for realsies. Okay. Oh, and when I had my ketamine experience, that whole thing, God, was that just last year? Was that just a year ago, or was that almost 2 years ago? My sense of time. Um, yeah. One of the things I realized when I had my 4 ketamine experiences, um, one of my realizations at the end when everything kind of clicked together for me, well, I had many, and I had a big old extensive chapter about it until my until my beautiful editor Julie said, well, talk to your lawyer before you put this chapter in." And I saw that and I'm like, I don't need to share this at all. It's not imperative to share this in the book. So I just took it out. Like, um, lawyers, no thank you. No thank you. Um, yeah. But anyway, so amongst my if you ever want to see what my ketamine experience was in the form of a chapter, I'd be happy to send it to you personally. But yeah, and then with all the what's his name? Matthew Perry, when he died. Well, he died, yeah, we all know he had a lot of horrible things going on. And he did a lot of damage to his body. And so, but ketamine was, kind of vilified. And I know he was getting ketamine treatments like under supervision, but people play with that just like any other drug. So yeah, but that tended to be vilified. And I'm grateful for that. I'm glad I took it out because I don't want to be I don't want to be associated with that. Like whatever. Um yeah, blah 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 blah. Where am I going with this? But oh yeah. So one of the things after the fourth ketamine experience, it wasn't until the next day that things really clicked for me and what was in it for me. And one of the things was I realized when I say thank you to somebody, that's kind of like a mini "I love you." That's all I was getting at. Lame. Not lame, but aw. And Marianne says, "I'm so blessed to have met you in high school and continue to know you." Oh, thanks, Marianne. Well, right back at you. Yeah, Marianne was part of my core group of friends that I would eat lunch with, and yeah, uh, and yeah, and having a core group of girlfriends in at lunch at high school, it's important. So thank you for being part of my group. Yeah, and Judy just says peace. I'm not sure why, but peace is good. Yeah. So and ooh ooh ooh. So okay, before I announce our next guest, let's play Marianne's theme song. Let's get to it. And we all know Marianne's theme song is, well, they're kind of all my favorites, but I do especially like this one. You're welcome. Here we go.
Marianne, Marianne has a fabulous pair of cans. Colleen once made a cake, but there is no mistake. Hey, hey, let's welcome Marianne. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Um, and yeah, she says, we definitely had many laughs. Thank God for laughter. Because I didn't really understand myself like I do now. Shocker. Did anybody understand themselves in high school? Um, but yeah, there was always a background of nervousness and trying to get through it. Yeah. And that being said, aw, Judy says, "You have my love, all of it." Well, thank you, Judy. Right back at you. Okay, so the lovely Blanca is here. Yay, Blanca. I'm so glad you're here. So let's play your, once again, fabulous theme song. Let me get to it. Okay, there it is.
Blanca, oh Blanca, thank you for showing up today. Yay!
Okay. Yeah, Marianne says, "I think we all had nervousness." Yeah, and I would imagine, well, at least as a group, I don't recall us talking about real things, not real things, super personal. Like, who had the capacity to do that in high school? It's like, well, this is really how I'm feeling. I am an insecure little bitch. And, well, okay, that's being mean. I'm just being silly. But man, when I think about like being with my boyfriend, Doug, rest in peace, Doug. Um, but yeah, he was like my main, well, my most serious boyfriend in high school, and mm, yeah. Anyway, we don't need to go into all my insecurities, but it was so great to like years and years later, a few years before he passed, we reconnected and got to talk about all of the stuff and learn more about what he was dealing with in high school. And yeah, and apparently, like, I know if he was alive, he would not mind me saying, like, yeah, he was either developing or had a drinking problem in high school. How did I know that? And I made out with him all the time. I know he smoked pot, which I thought was bad until I started. Um, Now I get it. Um, anyway, I think we were all messes in high school to some degree, and just some were more obvious than others. Okay, why am I still going on? Yeah, Marianne says, I know I was insecure. Oh my God. Yeah. So, anywho, so where was I? Book stuff, blah, blah, blah. Oh, so we're doing this manifesting. Like the name of the course is like 8 spiritual secrets to manifesting, multiplying your money. I think that's what it is. But really, this course is about becoming in harmony, each of us becoming in harmony with our own abundance. Yeah. And until you're really in harmony with that, you're not going to see it as much in your world. And I have abundance on so many levels. And it's the money one that we always seem to focus on, but it's really about finding an abundance of health and an abundance of love and relationships and an abundance in your vocation and your time and finding freedom in those areas. And it's just been really wonderful. Um, and so it's teaching me a lot of things I already know, but she puts it together in a really nice package. And it all is reflected in my book and what I believe. And it's just lovely. Anyway, um, but there's an emphasis, like this week's emphasis was on generosity and like how generous am I in the world? How generous am I to myself? Um, and And this week's lesson, I'm like really looking, where am I not generous? Because I consider myself a pretty generous person. You have a session with me, I'm going to over deliver. That's just how it is. Because doing sessions, energy work sessions I was going to say pure magic. Well, it is magic. Um, and, I think maybe the least amount of generosity I have is with myself. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So what else do I want to talk about? Oh my God, so important. Let's get to this week's sponsor. Okay. Were you born between the years of 1983 or 1982 and 93? Well, consider this. Today's sponsor is the new hit reality series You Could Be Dancing. Ted Danson. Do you remember how popular Cheers was back, for that decade in the 80s, early 90s? Ted Danson was a pretty hot commodity and he was probably pretty busy. So, okay, Ted, don't come after me on this one. But being a dude, I'm just saying, you could be dancing. You could be a dancing. Just saying. So that is coming to NBC this summer. You could be dancing. Okay, enough on that, Colleen. All right. So check out that new reality series. Um, oh, and speaking of reality series, so I probably mentioned that I don't know this person. I almost feel like I do because I was, getting regular emails from her for a year. Um, Her name is Liz Wilcox, and yeah, she does several online businesses, including helping people send out regular emails. So she was instrumental in helping me to send a weekly email when I was first starting because I was so overwhelmed and freaked out by the technology and then the beautiful people in my life. Well, the first person was Judy, who hooked me up with who I call Anna 2, because I have two tech women, Anna 1 and Anna 2. Anyway, so Anna 2 lovingly walked me through getting through my tech fears. And seriously, if you're trying to do emails and stuff, tech stuff, and you need some help, she offers her services generously just for a nominal fee every month. So even if there's a month that I don't use her, that is $27 well spent as far as I'm concerned, because I kind of have her on retainer. Um, yeah. And what was I saying about her? Oh, Liz Wilcox. So she turned me on to Liz Wilcox, who gives an email template every week of how to share your business. Yeah, and her thing is like $9 a month. So, and from, systems like that, she's a millionaire. And she was recently on Survivor. Liz, if you watched Survivor, you can't have missed Liz Wilcox. Um, yeah, and it's so wild. Like, so when I make my emails every week, um, I get GIFs from a program called Jiffy. And I was scrolling for a cool graphic to use or a cool meme, and there was one of Liz Wilcox. And it's like usually they're just of people I don't know and people that are famous. And there was like, it just shows how we're really all connected, and 1 degree of separation between me and Liz Wilcox. Oh my God. Enough on that. But this was a fun season of Survivor, and it was extra fun to I kind of know her because I've seen so many videos of her and I've communicated with her via email, like, and there she is on the TV. Anyway, blah blah blah. So it's just I wish I would have pulled up the meme. I think it's her doing something like or whatever. And if you do watch Survivor and you don't remember who was Liz, she's the one that really went off on one of the other contestants, and I thought it was great. Okay, seriously, enough about Survivor. And the lovely Dr. Shannon is here, so let's go ahead and play her theme song. Here you go, Shannon.
Shannon, Shannon, Shannon is here. Hey, Dr. Shannon.
I really do miss singing along with these theme songs. But whenever I watch an episode back or just a piece of it back and I see myself, it's not synced up and it looks crazy town. So I'm just not okay with that. And I laughed out loud hard. And then I showed it to my husband, and I heard him in the other room watching it and laughing really hard, which makes me happy. Last week's episode, my sponsor of Mythed Opportunities, yeah, I just get extra amused when I actually crack myself up. Yeah, so yay me. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at what I call my credo. And literally, this is my go-to. If I get triggered, or I hurt myself, or I'm having a pain, or somebody insults me, or scares me, or you pick your issue. This literally is what I've trained myself to go to. And it's, well, not to be dramatic, but it's changed my whole life. It makes me less, yeah, it just makes me less scared. And it helps in my, healing and growth. So here it is. The universe isn't a conspiracy for our happiness. The universe always has our backs. Therefore, if it's happening to us, it's happening for us. So, when the shit hits the fan, what's the universe bringing to our attention for our highest growth, healing, and happiness? Yeah. And if you have, and it's one thing to realize oh, it's all happening for me. Okay, I buy that, but what do I do with that? Well, that's what my book's about. And whether you want to dive into the energy work that I share with you, or just some concepts to play with and adopt if it feels right. Um, yeah, it'll change your life. Okay. Yeah, and I've recently thought like I'm gonna challenge myself because I really do see myself as a speaker. um, yeah, because well, it's I talk out loud to the universe by myself about this all the time, and I'll talk to Dave about this, but saying it to whoever watches my show ever, saying it out loud is like, but there's fucking magic in my book, like at every turn. And I have to say, I really appreciate, like, there's so many books out there that share amazing wisdom, and which is wonderful. Like I used to think like, oh, competition. No, no, no. Like there's so many teachers that share like the same information, but not everybody understands things the same way. Um, so this is my way of explaining it, and I tend to explain things through stories. And it's a lot of stories from my own life, um, how I've come to find my magic, um, and connecting with your magic. Um, and I mean magic, like if you have any kind of connection on some level to being a witch or a healer or a wizard, I'm talking to you. And if you haven't had those feelings yet, or just have little, well, if you're a sensitive person, I think you're a magic person, somewhere in there, and you've been trained out of it. And my book is to, how do I say it, to coax magic people out of hiding. Because imagine if we all connected to who we really are and more of our magic, and get empowered in that, and then maybe get together and do some work together. What can we change? What can we shift in a positive direction? Anyway, not only for ourselves, but for everybody. Yeah, so I'm very excited. So I don't even know what I'm talking about now. So, oh, but public speaking, like you get me talking about this kind of stuff, and like just making idle chit chat with somebody at a party, that somebody I don't know and I've not no connection to. Ugh, that's a bad position for me. But if I see an opening to somebody being maybe a little woo woo or woo woo curious, try stopping me from talking. And that's what I can see myself doing publicly, about my book. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. So let's go ahead and bring on my friend from college, since I forget, 89, no, not 89, that's when I graduated. Either late 87 or 88. Let's just say it's been a lot of years. Here is my wonderful friend, Koop. Here you go, Coop.
Ooh, ooh, we're catching up with Koop. We're catching up with Koop. Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
How are you doing?
That's kind of a loaded question today. Fall of '87. That's when we met.
Fall of 87.
Fall of '87. I'm feeling very Monday today. I'm feeling very scattered. Like I'm having trouble keeping a thought in my head for like 30 seconds.
Mm.
I feel like I'm kind of overwhelmed by all the minutia of life right now. So, yeah.
Well, I understand that, as I just bragged about getting over one of my minutia humps.
So,
yeah, oftentimes the things I need to do aren't hard. It's just, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have lots to do, and I don't feel like doing it today. It's like it's still. Oh, it's just now getting sunny. It's been like a marine layer, kind of foggy. Mm-hmm. It's been dark and kind of gloomy all morning.
Yeah,
that's cool. It's supposed to be like 20 degrees hotter tomorrow.
Ooh, how warm is it? How warm is it there? Because San Diego doesn't really get super warm until, I always forget. Is it July? August?
You're lucky. Because yeah, it's 86 today. It's gonna be 106 tomorrow. and my AC is broken, so it's been kind of it's saved me a lot of money. But because really, I haven't missed it. I mean, when it's 90 or lower, it
Yeah.
doesn't bother me. But yeah, tomorrow and Wednesday is gonna be hard. So
Yeah. We have no AC, and when it gets hot, it's like okay. But Sacramento is very different from San Diego hot. So yeah.
and Thursday I go down for Brock's graduation.
Whoa.
Right? It'll blow my mind. So yeah, Brock's
Wow.
graduating. He's graduating high school, and he's getting on a bus right after, going for like an all-night grad bay cruise on one of those hornblower boats.
A cruise. Oh, that's fun.
And then he comes home. Then he's going with his mom and sister to Sedona, Arizona, for some reason in June.
Oh, ooh, nice.
Yeah. So I don't think I'm even going to see him tomorrow. But yeah, looking forward to it.
Wait, he's graduating when?
Tomorrow afternoon.
So tomorrow he's graduating. Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
keep up calling.
Yeah. So yeah, no.
Wait, you're not going to see him tomorrow?
Well, because he goes right. I mean, he gets like the ceremony ends. I guess I can try to find him afterwards somewhere, but it'll only be for like a few seconds, and then he's going to get on a bus and leave. He's not even going to go home after the ceremony.
Well, you would think that the organizers of this would allow for family to connect with their graduate, right?
It's not against the rules, but we don't have any plan.
Get on the boat.
To meet.
You're done. Get on the boat.
Yeah,
Go
right.
have fun. Fuck your family. Like, get on that goddamn boat.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Right. Don't pick up your diploma even. Like, just get on that goddamn boat. No, there will not be alcohol. Well, I'm sure people will bring alcohol. But
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know he has drank in the past, but I don't think he does very regularly. I mean, I don't think he. Yeah. I told you he's going to
my
Sac
boyfriend Doug that I was talking about, he brought marijuana to Disneyland.
Wow, that's pretty gutsy.
And I was like,
So I don't know where you would do it that wouldn't get you in trouble. The A's was so uptight too. That was like the say no era, Nancy Reagan.
oh, he did it in what's that one where you get shrunken down?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Was that Inner Space?
Inner Space. I think maybe that was what it was. Whatever it was. Yeah, that's where it was. And he and Mike McCall, I believe. Mike McCall, Marianne. This is for Marianne. Mike McCall.
I would have figured like the People Mover, something like that. Be up in like one of the trams up there. That would be safer.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I'm sorry. I had to say that and totally interrupted you as you're talking about your son.
Oh, yeah, I told everybody. I mentioned Brock's going to Sac State next year, so he'll be like 20 minutes away. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Dad, could you buy us some beer?
I already started talking
sure,
about that last night. Yeah, of course I would. Just don't be driving.
So is he gonna be in the dorms?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, dorms are a great way to meet people. I don't understand why people don't just immediately go into the dorm. Even as a 21-year-old transfer student, I was in the dorm.
Yeah, I mean, it just helps you meet a group of people, You're kind of
yeah. Well, Sadie, still my best friend.
Instead of being in some apartment off campus. Because I spent the first year in the dorms, came back and was living with three other students at the Drake in one of the apartments on J Street there or whatever. 111.
The Drake?
Yeah, the Drake. And it was boring. I felt all isolated. So that's when I went and pledged. So I went from then after like 3 months of living there, I moved right into the fraternity house right after pledge quarter. So I went from the dorms to an apartment, then to living in the fraternity house. So that was like a dorm atmosphere for the rest of college. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, a dorm with more leniency.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, we would
a lot more parties.
And no, all of our fire extinguishers were empty because we would get drunk and blast each other with them.
Oh my God.
It's not like you think. It's not like gas that comes out. It's like this chemically salty particulate dust, It gets in everything, goes in every crack, and it was in all our underwear drawer, all our clothing drawers, and in our stereos. And
Wait, you do this in the house?
yeah, it was not a very good idea.
Brilliant minds in college.
I did like in my bedroom. I started off in my bedroom one night. Yeah, I had the salt in my drawers till I threw the drawers away 3 years later, and I ruined my roommate's stereo, and I wasn't the only one because people don't know. You don't know. You think you see it on TV, and it's like a bunch of gas, and it's not.
It's a bunch of white stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a white chemical powder. It gets
Brilliant minds at UC Davis. Yeah, but I'm really glad you pledged because that's where I met you because of my former friend Ted. Yeah,
Ted was in a pledge with her.
Yeah, one of the Buckle Boys. But anyway, so yeah, there were the more straight-laced guys, and then there were the more fun guys. Well, the Buckle Boys were fun too. Okay, whatever.
There was the holdovers from the 70s, and then we had a lot of ROTC guys that were, all on board with the war on drugs. So there was a bit of a tension in our house in the mid 80s.
Well, I smoked a lot of free marijuana at the Sigma Chi house.
Well, that was back when we had to go out to the park and go up the, we called it the Delta room. There was that triangle slide at the park next to our house. And that was the designated smoke out place. You had to go up into the tower and smoke out up there.
Pretty sure I didn't go there, but still managed to smoke a lot of pot at the Sigma Chi house. Well, outside. It was outside, like where the couches were and stuff. But
we used to go across the street to the park and sit at the picnic table because we weren't supposed to do it in the house.
Well, wherever I did it, I smoked a lot of free pot, thanks to Sigma Chi. So.
Our pleasure.
And I believe they call me. I'm just kidding. They call me the stoner of Sigma Chi. Just kidding. Okay. So, well, I'm sure that's really entertaining for anybody watching now or in the future. So, well, congratulations to your son, and congratulations to you that you get to have him nearby.
Yeah, me too. I'm pretty happy about that.
And Bria is?
She will be graduating in December, a semester early.
Of this year?
Yeah, she'll be this coming December. She'll be done with undergrad, and she's going to go to grad school. Hopefully,
and
there.
What is she planning on studying?
So she's a psychology major. She wants to be like a therapist, I guess.
Or as I like to say, this is an old Benny Hill thing, but
Benny Hill.
There's like a sign for somebody's office, and it says the rapist, but then you put it together, it's therapist. Anyway, pretty funny.
Tobias Fumke, Arrested Development. He was the first analyst therapist, anal rapist. Of course, it right out says anal rapist.
Oh my God, such a good show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure we could continue to quote things ad nauseum, as they say. I think
15 minutes left or so. So yeah, let's do some magic.
Okay. All right. So let's do a quick grounding for the group. Play along if you would like, and let's pick a chakra, any chakra, and I'm going to go with my heart. So if you're going with heart, that color is green, I believe. So here we go. So we're expanding out we're sharing our beautiful heart energy, letting it fill up our bodies, our energy fields, and out, sharing it with the universe. And part of that is we're sending some of that energy down into beautiful Gaia, Mother Earth, creating deep grounding roots. And we're bringing up some of her energy as we open up our crown chakras and allowing the cosmic energy to meet up with Gaia energy and creating an interface of heaven and earth through us. So let's put out a call for any stuck souls that need an exit strategy. So putting out a call for dead people. If you don't need any extra help other than just an escort, this is your chance. And that includes people watching in the future. So let's check in. So my name is Colleen. Yes. My name is Bob. No. Okay. It's safe and appropriate to do some magic for the group today. Yes. Okay. Are there any dead people that are ready to move on? Yep. Would Jesus be our best escort? Yep. Jesus saw you ready? Yep. Okay. Give us a minute and say goodbye to your little dead, invisible, stuck friends. Okay. Have we successfully released these dead people to the light? Yes. Thank you. Thanks, Jesus. Yeah. And that is, I don't teach everything that I do. I mean, that would, yeah. And my book is meant for, well, anybody, but especially newbies who, yeah, I'd like to know, I'd like them to know that there is another way of doing things than the norm. Yeah. But I teach, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 different things in the book. And one of them is releasing stuck souls. So this talent can be yours. It's not something that just I can do or just a handful of people can do. Thanks for the validation, doggy. Yeah, so if this is something you'd like to learn how to do, it'll be in the book. Drink. Okay. So, and to me, it's just normal. Like, oh, that's just what I do. But it wasn't always a normal thing. And I just want to remind you that you can do it too if that resonates with you. Okay, so is there anything energetic to do for the group today? Yes. Okay, this is on my master menu. Yes, this is in column A. No, this is in column B. Yes, in an odd numbered row. Yes, in row 1. Row 1. Yeah. It was trying to say no, but it's a yes. So that takes me to my dimensions chart. Okay. And just to be real clear, in my book, I teach you the best I can, how I do my thing, with the emphasis on, I think of what I do for anybody, it might just be training wheels till you figure out what you really, what works for you. Yeah, it's not like you do it my way or the highway. No, I'm just offering up how I do mine so you can find your own magic. So that being said, part of my magic is I have a series of charts I work off of. And this one's the dimensions chart. So the dimension we're looking at for the group is in column A. No. Column B. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1, 3, 5. And our winner is ambition dimension. Ooh, okay. All right, so there's something energetic to address regarding our ambition dimension. Yes, this is on my master menu. Yes. Okay, so let me just make a note. So we're looking at ambition dimension. Okay, so in order to clean up our ambition dimension a little bit, this is in on my master menu. Yes, this is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In a monkey? No. Okay, good. Just making sure. When it's too many yeses or nos in a row, it makes me wonder. Okay. All right. So this is in an odd numbered row. This is in column A. Already forgetting where I'm at. So let me check. So my name is Colleen. Yep. No, I'm not testing as me. And oftentimes when I lose my train of thought, that's my indicator that I'm not testing as me. So we'll be back to the ambition dimension after this. So my name is Colleen. No, I'm testing as someone else. I am. Okay. I'm testing as a part of myself. No, I'm testing as somebody outside myself. Yes. Okay. This is somebody from the light. Yeah. This is somebody from the dark. No. Okay, good. This is a human on the planet. No, this is somebody in non-physical. Yes. Okay. It's one of these guys. No. One of these guys. Okay, that's my signal for an ascended master. This ascended master is a female. Yes. This ascended master is a male. No. Okay. Is this anybody I know? Yes. Okay. This is Sekhmet. Ooh, goody. This is Lakshmi. No. Okay. So Sekhmet. Ooh, I love me some Sekhmet. Um, so Sekhmet, this is my impression of her or the little that I know about her. She's a badass. I find her to be extra pro female, women empowerment. She's from ancient Egypt. She's depicted. God, I always forget this. Is she with a feline face of some sort, cat or lioness or yeah, yeah, and she doesn't fuck around. She's quite blunt. But anyway, so Sekhmet, do you have something for our uh, ambition dimension? Yes. Okay. This is something on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. No. In column B. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1. No. 3. Whoa. Yes. Okay. So the ever popular shared chakras or entangled energy with somebody. Usually it's with another person. We don't need to go into the other things that could show up. So we have a shared first chakra. Yeah. Okay. Any other chakras? No. So it's safe and appropriate from the light to separate our first chakras from whoever or whatever they're entangled with. Yes. Okay. Sekhmet, would you like my assistance with this? Nope. So you're going to handle this for the group watching now or in the future? Yep. Okay. This is safe and appropriate from the light. Are we ready? Yes. Okay. I'm going to be quiet, hold space for Gaia to take care of, disentangle our shared first chakras. All right, Gaia, have you successfully disentangled our first chakras? Yes. Okay. Do you have something else for us regarding our ambition dimensions? Yes. This is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1. Yes. In row 3. No. Okay. So that's leading to a negative portal, which at the very least is an energetic leak. So let's see which one resonates. So this is a dimensional spiral portal. No, this is a seal 'em up portal. No, this is in one of the other categories. Yes. Okay. It's on the left page. No, it's on the right page. Yes. I have an extensive system, which will come as no surprise to anybody. Okay. So it's a dismantling portal. No. Antarian family. No. Overwhelm exceeding. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, that's the subcategory. All right, and it's in column A. No, it's in column B. Yes. Familiarizing abundance or lack thereof, because this is a negative portal. So this negative familiarizing abundance portal is ready to be sealed up for all of us watching now or in the future. Yep. Okay. So Sekhmet, are you going to handle this? No. Am I going to handle this? Yes. Are we going to handle it together? No. Okay, so it's my job. So it's safe and appropriate from the light to take care of or seal up this overwhelm, exceeding, familiarizing abundance, negative portal. Yes. Are we ready? Yes. Okay, give me a moment. Okay. Have we successfully sealed up this familiarizing abundance negative portal? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, Sekhmet, do you have anything else for the group? Nope. Are we complete with you? Nope. So you're just going to hang around while I do some more work? Yep. Okay, cool. So let's see if there's anything else to do for our ambition dimension. So there's something more to address there? No. So we're complete with that? We are. Okay, is there something else energetic to do for the group today? Yes. This is on my master menu? Yes. This is in column A? Yes. In an odd numbered row? No. Okay. This is in row 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 10, 12. Okay. So the ever popular atrophied or frozen emotions. So, okay. One of my favorite things to show up. Okay, so that we're looking at a frozen negative emotion for the group. Nope, we're looking at an atrophied positive emotion. Okay, so this atrophied positive emotion is in column A, column B, yes, in an odd numbered row. No. In row 2, 4, 4. Forgiveness. Okay, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, that's one of those things I'm on the lookout for. Who do I need to forgive? Yeah, I'm just on the lookout for everything. And that includes, you know, who I believe Trump to be, or anybody I consider evil. Because if I'm holding any energy around it, it's not about them. It's about the energy I hold around them, which is what affects me and all of us. Yeah, so this atrophied energy of forgiveness is ready to be disrupted. Yes, so we can be more, come from a more forgiving place naturally. Yes. Okay, anything else we need to understand about this before we disrupt this pattern? No, we're going to disrupt this pattern with a bypass circuitry. Yes, care of Mother Earth Gaia. So we just set it up, and then she does the work. Okay, so the bypass circuitry we're going to use is in column A. Yep, in an odd numbered row. Yep, in row 1. Yes, in row 3. No. Okay, you never forget your first bypass circuitry, which, as I always like to report, this whole system started pouring out as soon as I learned about George Floyd being murdered. Yeah, so it's called social tolerance and the law of forgiveness. So once again, these are pattern disruptors, and Gaia is going to disrupt the pattern for us. So Gaia, are you ready to facilitate the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this atrophied energy of forgiveness for the group watching now or in the future? Yes. This is safe and appropriate for all of us. And from the light, yep. Are we ready? We are. So I'm going to be quiet and hold space for Gaia to disrupt this pattern for all of us that need it. All right. Gaia, have you successfully facilitated the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this atrophied energy of forgiveness for all of us? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Gaia. You're awesome. All right. So is there anything else to address regarding our ambition dimension? No. Okay. So we're complete with that. Yes. Are we complete with Sekhmet? We are. Thank you, Sekhmet, for showing up. Awesome. Okay. So let's just see if there's one more thing that shows up. So is there anything else to do for the group today, magic-wise? Nope. So we are complete with that. We are. Okay, put down the pendulum, Colleen, before you ask another question. Yeah, so I hope that helps. Yeah, and if I can be of any assistance to you, please contact me at my website, energyhealingwithcolleen.com, or if you have the best way always is text me if you've got my phone number, but otherwise you can go through my website. And if you're not sure about a session, contact me and we'll talk about if it's a good fit or not. Yeah. So, and I'm realizing at some point, well, never mind, poof. I'm not going to talk about that yet. Yeah. So anyway, any closing thoughts, Koop?
I'm very grateful for you. I'm grateful for everybody that showed up today. Thank you for sharing your magic, I guess.
Thank you. Well, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for everybody watching now or in the future. I know there are people who watch in the future, and I have no idea who they are. And I'm just going to say it, whether I know you personally or I don't know you, I love you and I want the absolute best for you. Even if you watch me as a joke, I'm just making up a scenario. Maybe you're in your dorm room. It's like, oh, see this crazy bitch. Let's have our drinking game. watching her. And even if that's you, I still want the best for you.
It's a
And I
very
love
true
you.
attitude. That's what
Yeah.
Jesus would do.
Right?
Yeah.
Christians,
Yeah.
yeah. Not to bash Christians. There are lots of lovely Christians who get it, and then others, whatever. We're all I think
Everybody's doing the best
ultimately
they
we're
can.
all doing our best given
Yeah.
what we were dealt, and
Yeah.
yeah, and I send us all love and tons of forgiveness for my judgments, and yeah, being a person is an interesting process. Okay, so Yvonne says, thank you. I love you. Yay. I love you too, Yvonne. And not to be specific to Yvonne, but Yvonne is really easy to love. I'm just saying. Yeah. And Art and Erica say thank you both. Art and I are sending our love to all. And
Thanks, guys.
Marianne just sent a heart. The lovely Marianne. Okay, Marianne, which always makes me think of Gilligan's Island. And I love that, at least one version of the Gilligan's Island song. Before it was the professor and Marianne, it was just, and the rest.
Right.
Remember? Like, they're
Yeah.
not terribly important. There are only so many people on that island. Okay, whatever. Before I go down that rabbit hole, I love you all. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week and hopefully have more good news about being that much closer to my book being done. Yeah, so have a fabulous week, and I'll hopefully see you next time.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
You are magic, magic. We are magic. Magic Mondays with